Oh, yeah. Turn up the volume.
Volume is...
Sound.
Francisco Aquarium was the scene tonight of another bizarre death. Night watchman Tom Walsmith had apparently been drugged. When he awoke in his office, he immediately investigated. He was unprepared for what he discovered. In one tank, thickly clouded by blood, was the body of a woman. She had been nearly chewed to pieces because the tank contained a vicious, voracious breed of fish called piranha.
Piranha.
The victim was Leslie Browder. She was a criminology professor at San Francisco State. Many of us on the force had been her students.
Lieutenant Ortega, this is the second extremely unconventional murder in 2 days. Does it have any connection to Ronald Hunt being killed by that tiger?
It's too early to tell. Both victims were related to the police. Both were brutally killed by animals. Other than that, there's no connection.
Oh, come, Lieutenant Ortega. There are at least 2 more connections. And so blatantly obvious. It's right there in front of you.
What?
The city really does have need of my services.
You some kind of cop?
No. Merely a student of crime. Tell me, did you ever know an evil, club-footed man?
Jesus save us, I did.
You did?
Kill you as soon as look at you. Big fella he was, Chinese. Was swept overboard off the Tortugas. You know any Waylon Jennings?
Hum a few bars?
Mama, don't let your baby grow up to be
A country waltz. How jolly.
That's it, you got it, Shadrach.
Amy, look. Will you calm down and listen? Look, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Don't do this to me, Max.
I'm not doing anything except missing you.
Oh, yeah? You probably got some candy in your mouth right now.
That's not fair, Amy. But look, I swear to you, I don't know anything about any Mrs. Hudson or anything about what happened today. Honest.
Not a reliable word coming from you, Max.
Well, what can I say, Amy?
Just bye. Hello?
Dr. Winslow?
Yes?
I'm sorry to bother you, but I haven't been able to stop thinking about poor Mr. Holmes. Is he all right?
Okay, Shadrach, the heat's passed. Make yourself at home. I've got a suite across the park.
Ah, the fashionable side. Bon voyage.
What's up, radio? All right, man, cool. A blowpunk, Zap, are we getting or what? Yeah, but we're not taking this haul to Pavone's guys, all right? Come on, Zap. You know, they'll cut us the best deal. That's bull, man. They stiffed us last time. And old man Pavone had him do the hit and run on Billy. Look, you don't know that for sure, okay? Yeah, I do. It was Pavone who called the hit and Billy was blood, Look, man, let's just do the car. Nah, man, that radio ain't worth it. Come on. Yeah, but check out the case of booze.
I beg your pardon. I can see from your profession you might have contact with the man I'm looking for.
Who the hell are you, mister?
Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
Hey, and I'm Debbie Boone. Pleased to meet you. Get the hell out of here, okay?
He'll be about 55, rather an arch criminal, and walk with a pronounced limp.
Hey, why don't you just take off, man? Before you walk with a pronounced limp.
It's very important you tell me what you know.
You don't know nothing, okay? Now get your fancy ass out of here. Did you hear me? You deaf? I said get out of here.
Actually, I studied Baritza with Master Barry himself.
Oh, study this.
Have you no leader?
What are you talking, man?
Mano a mano. If you dare.
Wow. Yeah. Yo. Oh.
Are you ignorant of the Queensberry rules?
Hey, man. Let's go.
Are you okay?
My violin is on the
Don't worry
bench.
about it right now. Don't worry about
Zapper, come on, man. Let's go. Let's go.
it. Welcome to San Francisco, Sherlock. Thank you for defending my car.
It was nothing.
Yes, it was, especially after I'd thrown you out. I'm sorry. It's just so hard to believe all this could be happening, that you're who you say you are. I mean, how could you possibly know all that about me?
From a drop of water, a logician can infer the possibility of the Atlantic without ever having seen or heard it. I simply observed the facts and deduced logically from there. That bronze bust of yourself as a child in the flamboyant style of Rodin is signed by your father. On your bookshelf is a Stanford alumna tankard and books on philosophy, several in French, which attest to your intelligence. These objets d'art fashioned by young hands, some signed, thanks Dr. W, indicate children's fondness for you. This parking pass amid your mail shows your affiliation with the Marguerite Perry Clinic and its location. From this sample of your penmanship, even the most casual student of handwriting analysis would deduce that you are a woman of strong opinions, tempered by quieter, more circuitous approaches. Despite that unusual scientific apparatus over there, it is obvious that you are not consumed by doctoring. Note the unfound quality of your current medical periodicals. You are endeavoring to write on this electrical typewriter, and various works of historical fiction on your desk show your preference for that kind of literature. These crumpled papers in and around the waste paper basket are the classic telltales of a frustrated writer. There are no books here bearing your name as author, which you would surely display if you were published.
You're right.
That newspaper with teams marked suggests that you enjoy wagering on a sport called hokey.
Hockey.
Right. You're decidedly more conservative in appearance than others I've glimpsed, but these travel magazines lying around, which are well-thumbed, indicate that you harbor a deep romantic desire for adventure, borne out by your motorbicycle outside, a most adventurous mode of transportation, and dangerous, judging by the scratches on the right-hand side and the way you favor your right leg. Your amusement with the male sexual organ is suggested by your license plate, Big Willie. Willie being common British slang for the male part. Your preference for tropical vacations is clear by the number of folk items crafted in the style peculiar to Panama. Your use of cocaine is obvious by a fine white powder on your glass table and a straw for inhaling it. The tan line on your ring finger shows a recently removed wedding band. And your bitterness towards your husband's departure is clear from these photos of him tossed carelessly aside. His paints and canvases are stacked haphazardly by the front door, and your outburst of childish anger is clear from the bent nails where you ripped the paintings from the walls, then smeared paint across the canvases. These marks on the rug show that you are taking positive action to start over by moving the furniture to new positions. A few short grey animal hairs along the front of the couch, and claw scratches on the table leg tell of the cat. This collar has a tag labeled Twinkie, i.e. being the suffix for a female. And the collar's emptiness affirms that Twinkie is, alas, no longer with us. That you kept it testifies to your sentimentality. You see how elementary it truly is if one only trains oneself to observe, Winslow?
I think you really are Sherlock Holmes.